For TigerDetails.com, Jarrett Roser out here at Walker High School with Coach Lester Ricard and dual sport athletes Jalen Cook, Brian Thomas. And guys, we were talking about there's some big things happening out here, the likes of which it's been a while since Walker's been at this level. Both basketball state championship for you guys, football back-to-back winning seasons, big expectations again this year. What's it like out here? Like, what is the attitude, the mindset, the culture been like to see shift now versus where it was even a couple of years ago?
All right, I'll go first. Well, obviously, I think in the year I've been here, just the level of excitement in the community has been at an all-time high. And it's not just one sport, it's really just kind of all the sports. And we've got so many great things going on campus, like, brand new school, facilities are taking an all-time high. And then it just so happened that we get a new school and all those other things, and then we get premier athletes like these two gentlemen right here who have, for me, have given me everything and every ounce of energy every day that we've come to practice. I watch them in basketball as well, do the same exact thing. So right now, our school, community, we're in a very blessed position right now. And so hopefully we can continue to move forward and get better at what we're doing, and whatever we're doing, just be great at it.
Yeah. And Jalen, I mean, you've been out here, and so you and I were talking about remembering the attitude around Walker Athletics just a few years ago when you were like middle school, maybe even a little bit younger, versus the reaction to everything now. How much have you seen that change over the last 3 to 5 years?
It just used to be kind of like dead out here in Walker. Like, people used to come to be more excited about junior high stuff than really high school stuff. It just picked up a lot. Just high energy around the school. Just winning, basically. Winning brought all this.
How exciting was that basketball state championship a few months ago? Just from like an entire community standpoint.
It was unbelievable. It was exciting. Just bringing something that never ever been accomplished. And doing it with like people you've been with your whole life. It was just, lit. It was exciting.
It was very exciting to me to see all the people in the stands. They came out and supported us and stuff like that.
How does some of that potentially translate to football? We're talking a little bit about like the mindset and some of that stuff. How can you go from sport to sport and take some of those positives from one to the other, and particularly right now getting ready for a football season off of such a great basketball season? How does that work?
I'll say something before they even speak. I talked to the kids the other day about mental toughness and doing whatever it takes to win. And I can use an example. These young men were down 8 points with about a minute and 10 seconds to go in the game, with their season riding on the line. He's at the free throw line shooting free throws, and then all of a sudden ball's inbound, and he makes 3 or 4 steals back to back. So I had both these guys get up and talk to the football team about what does it take? Like, what were you thinking in that moment? Brian talked about just want to win. That's all I thought about, just winning. Jalen got up and talked about just refuse to lose in that moment, and so that's carried over in football. But these guys can attest to that. I mean, he knows his mindset. He knows his mindset. It's just winning, and that's something that's been infectious with our football team since they've been a part of it. And really for us, after we lost to Landry Walker, he and I talked about this on the way back. He's like, "This is not going to happen again. I'll never get to this position again, and not close the deal."
Anything to add to that? How much does the way the football season ended this past season and some of the conversations afterward remind you of the way like 2 basketball seasons ago ended, when y'all saw where y'all stacked up against Natchitoches Central, and all of a sudden some of those conversations were a little bit different about what to do next time out?
It's very similar because Natchitoches was always been in the state championship. We met them in the playoffs. Landry Walker always been in the state championship. We met them, and we were supposed to win both of them games. So it's like now it shows like you really can. You're basically there now. So all you have to do is just finish things out.
Bro.
Any thoughts on that? The dynamic of just seeing any similarities between where y'all were a year ago, basketball wise, to where you are now, football.
Well, they should have won both of those games. They lost both of them by they lost football by a touchdown, basketball by a couple points. I think they should have won both of them, and it just shows that how we were progressing over the seasons and stuff like that.
What are some of the goals now as you get real close to 2018 football season? What are some of the things y'all are talking about?
State championship.
State championship.
What do you feel like y'all have to do to make that happen? Like, what has to go well in these next couple weeks, these next couple months? What have to be some of the focuses, things of that nature, to make that goal a reality?
I think everybody just have to have the mindset of winning, and just when it's Friday night, you gotta go out there and play hard, give it your all.
Just being disciplined, and just being responsible, playing hard. Just go hard every down.